Hey there, Michael Griffiths here, founder of Referral Marketing Guru, creator of the Limbic Advantage. Great to have you stop by. See, business doesn't have to be hard. Unfortunately, we make it so much harder than what it needs to be. We go, what channels should I be using? How do I market myself? How do I get myself out there? How do I bring in new leads? How do I create those leads into sales? How do I deliver to my clients? And the list goes on and on and on. And whether you're trying to wear 100 hats or whether you're trying to manage the 100 hats within your team, there's really one problem that keeps coming up. Now, this problem actually has got nothing to do with the way you market yourself, the way you get referrals, the way you deliver, the way you nurture. It's got to do with something so much more deeper than that. And that's what really excites me, is it doesn't take much for your business to completely transform itself, to stand out in the market, to be known as the go-to particular business, to have clients that talk about you nonstop. They're walking, talking, ranting, raving billboards. For your pipeline to be full of referrals, for people to want to actually help you, and more importantly, for you to actually enjoy business a lot more than maybe what you are right now. So I want to share this with you, because when we created this Limbic Advantage, it really came down to years and years and years and years of understanding neuroscience, understanding humans as primal beings, understanding our hardwiring, and understanding what actually made us tick. You see, you've probably heard many a times where people talk about create emotion in your sales. You've got to use particular types of language. It's about being authentic. It's about being more heartfelt. It's about having feeling. And all of that's correct. But very few people could actually tell you why. They knew that that's what worked, but why did it work? And that's what this Limbic Advantage is all about. So let me come over and let me start here. There are really two main parts of the brain that I want to talk about. You have all been given the cortex brain, and 95% of your day, you sit in the cortex brain. It's logical, it's analytical, it's rational, it understands language, it's your survival part of the brain. So therefore, you have to sit in it. But think about this for a moment. If you're sitting in that logical, analytical, rational, survival part of the brain, and you need to fill your pipeline, what are you going to come up with? Well, you're going to come up with logical, rational things. If you're in your cortex part of the brain and you need to communicate your message more effectively, or you need to nurture your prospects, or you need to onboard your clients, or you need to create a client journey that wows your clients, and you're in the cortex part of the brain, what's going to happen? It's going to make perfect sense, but it's going to lack the one key ingredient that we have to have in every aspect of our business: feeling. You see, the limbic part of the brain, it makes all decisions. It controls all human behavior, but it's only feeling based. It doesn't understand language. So right now, you're listening to this, the cortex brain's doing its job and it's dissecting it, and it's either making sense or it's not making sense. But it's a limbic part of the brain that has already created the feeling of, yeah, I like this guy. I don't like this guy. He's a moron. Whatever it's saying, it's not through the words that I'm saying. It's through the tonality, it's through the passion, it's through the accent, it's through whatever else, the relationship that we've already got or don't have. The limbic part of the brain controls all human behavior. So imagine if you actually could limbic your whole business. That's what we're about. And giving you an advantage over everybody else in your marketplace by limbicking your business. You see, to me, there's two parts to this conversation. There is up the top here in what I call sort of the shallow conversation. And the shallow conversation is about, how do I get leads? About what is either the script or the process in bringing referrals in being able to get more clients, in being able to grow my business. And they're all things that we obviously want, but there's a better way to do it than just simply being in the cortex brain. See, the cortex brain will go and run Facebook ads, or go to networking events, or go and ask your clients to be able to give you referrals. See, they're all logical things, but the only problem is they won't work. And they won't work because it's the limbic brain that actually makes the decisions, that actually controls our behavior. So if you're trying to do all of those things from the cortex brain, that's why it feels like you're pushing this train and it simply is not moving. It's got nothing to do with the actual tactic. It's got everything to do with how the tactic is being used. So I actually want to come down and I want to be able to become a bit more profound. But in becoming more profound with you, we've got to leave that shallow conversation and we've got to look at this next level, just underneath the tip of the iceberg. When you think about what it is, why do people do business with you? You think about all the clients you've got. Why do they do business with you? And the simple fact is, it pretty much comes down to four things. It's because they resonate with you, which then allows them to respect you and what you do and the solutions you have, which then allows them to be inspired by you, which then allows them to understand that you can make their life better. Now, they're the four things that has to happen before anybody is going to do anything with you. So that could be prospect turning into client. It could be someone becoming part of your team. It could be client shouting from the rooftops how great you are. It could be team staying with you for life. But in essence, those four things always have to happen when there is a human-to-human relationship. So rather than just focusing up the top on how do I get leads, or what script do I use, or how do I get growth, or how do I partner up, or how do I, the real question is, how do I get to resonate, therefore earn respect, therefore be able to inspire, and therefore can show them how I can make their life better? How do we do that? And that is when we've got to make sure that we tap into the right part of the brain. We've got to come down here and become limbic focused. And it's why we talk about from the top of your business to the bottom of your business. And as I'm about to show you, there's so many different aspects of your business that you need to get right. But if you get them in the cortex way of thinking, they're never going to be right. Business will always feel harder than what it should feel. So at this bottom part of the iceberg, it's not about leads and scripts and processes and how do I get growth, what channels should I be using. It's actually about how do I activate extraordinary moments throughout my business. Moments that make people remember. Moments that make people go, wow. Moments that made them feel a particular way. That is what happens when we are completely limbic focused. And sure, you might have one or two things where you go, oh, we do that, fantastic. We're great at that. We're the best at that. And I'm sure that's the case. But from the very top to the very bottom, every aspect of your business, it is about activating extraordinary moments the limbic way. So we have this limbic advantage. There are 9 key projects, 3 key levers, but the heart of the limbic advantage is all about activating extraordinary moments so that you increase your client retention. Your client loyalty skyrockets. and your pipeline is full of referral opportunities. And there are three key levers that help us do that. Changing our thinking to be more heartfelt, changing our strategy to be more profound, and making the experiences that people have with our business more magical. Not just the odd magical experience, the whole experience with our business more magical. And there are 9 key projects that we focus in on. The first 3 are around heartfelt thinking, and it's about turning you into a limbic master. And we call it the mindset matrix, shifting that way of thinking from being cortex, rational, logical, boring, to being limbic, heartfelt, emotional, making people actually realize that they want to be around you. The next part is how you deepen your connection through the powerful story framework, how you utilize models, how you utilize journeys. Like, there's a reason why this works, because it taps right into the limbic part of the brain. The limbic part of the brain doesn't need to see language. It wants to come on a journey with you. It wants to feel how it should. So if all you've got on a website is text, you're in the logical part of the brain. You're getting them to be logical. It makes it really hard for them to feel anything. It's why writing stories with our content is so powerful. It's why video is so much more powerful than words. It is all limbic way of doing things. Then we've got the brain chemical toolbox. You see, we've got 4 major brain chemicals that we have every single day. 3 positive ones, 1 negative one. Dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin are 3 positive ones. Every day we've got to have them. Then we've got cortisol, the negative stress brain chemical. Most of the time, when you're in your cortex brain, you are causing the stress cortisol brain chemical without even realizing it, because it's not even a focus on how you chemicalize your communication. They're the first 3 levers. Then we get into profound strategy. And we look at, how do you fill your pipeline through the $1 million referral system? How do we get your networks, referral partners, your clients to constantly be filling your pipeline without even having to ask them? Like, it's not difficult, but it's them wanting to help you, because how you make them feel. You've got to come from a limbic approach when trying to get referrals. Then it's about, great, people are in your pipeline. Now we need to nurture them. Not nurture to sell, but nurture to deepen the relationship. And when we do that, that's when people start to resonate with you. Therefore, they can respect you. Therefore, they become inspired by you. Remember the part of the 4 things that need to happen before anyone is going to do anything with you or for you. Then we look at masterful enrolling. I hate the word convert. It's about enrolling clients for life, whether they're buying a product, or whether they're with you for 6 weeks, or whether they're with you for 12 months, or whether they're with you for lifetime. It's the mentality. And the first 30 days means everything in terms of how you be able to enroll them for life. Then we've got the last 3. And the last 3 is about creating the experiences throughout our business to be so much better. It's about the client journey pathway and creating deliberate feels. Yes, deliberately evoking brain chemicals, strategically influencing the way other people feel. Because if you're not, it's just purely luck, and we don't want luck. Then we've got how we're going to elevate all of our systems and a systems revamp. There are 9 key systems I'll hone in, focus in on, around how you email, your invoicing, your automation, your conversations, your follow-ups, your team, your delivery, your attention, and your profits. And we want to take those to a completely different level in the systems revamp. We have left the time where it's about clients on their own. We are moving into a collaborative society more and more and more, who want to contribute, who want to make society better. And that's where your business now can maximize impact with the contribution model, and how you just have clients as a tribe rather than clients as individuals. There are 9 key projects that we focus in on within the Limbic Advantage. Now, there are 3 key elements that we do. The 100 referrals in 12 weeks focuses in on the profound strategy and filling your pipeline and getting clients quick. In Partnership Club, we focus on everything, because at the top, if you don't have your messaging right, honestly, you ain't going to grow your business. It's just that simple. So then once you've got that top part right, you can then focus in on the strategy part. And once you've got that and you've got people coming in, now you focus in on retention, loyalty, and standing out in your marketplace like never before. You see, we can easily have the shallow conversation. How do I get leads? How do I get scripts? What scripts do I use? What's the process? What channels should I be using? And honestly, that's what most people out there are going to talk to you about. Use this tactic because it worked for me. Honestly, it might work once or twice, and that's going to be about it. The advantage these days is to be able to limbic your business from top to bottom. As I say, limbic the crap out of your business. Because when you do that, you stand out in your marketplace. There is no possible person in business that is a competitor of yours that could even be close to the way you're going to do things. That's what the Limbic Advantage is all about. So hopefully that was a bit of an insight, really helpful, and getting you to at least think about some different ways that are going to help you grow your business. Because the bottom line is simple. The more people who can get out there, limbic their business, do business in a better way, therefore growing, making more impact with their clients, being able to contribute and make society a better place, nothing puts a smile on my face even more. If there's anything we can do to help, reach out. You'll see below different programs that we run. Follow us across our social platforms, where every day we're showing you different ways to be able to limbic your business and be able to bring in more referrals into your pipeline, retain clients for longer, and turn clients into loyal ambassadors for life. Till next time, I'll talk to you soon. Take care all.